Hey everyone! Today I have a tutorial video for you. It is a tutorial video of the pointed V-fold, and here is an example of it. From a different angle. So hopefully you enjoy it, and if you want to make it, please share with me because I would love to see what you make. And if you've ever made it before and have tips, leave them down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. Today's pop-up tutorial is on the pointed V-fold. I suggest watching the video all the way through first. Then when ready to make your own pointed V-fold, watch again and pause at each step. Now there are two things to remember. The wider the angle, the flatter the V-fold will be. And the other thing is the angle between the glue flap and the center crease of the V-fold needs to be less than 90 degrees. To make your V-fold, you will need to start out with some cardstock. I took a sheet and cut it in half so I can then have two V-folds, one from each side. Now, take one side and fold it in half, and as usual, really crease that fold. Repeat for however many V-folds you need. Make sure to line up the sides you did not cut. That way things stay square. Next, at one of the corners on the fold, place your finger at the point to guide the paper and then fold over the crease edge till you have the triangle shape you need for your project. Then cut about a ½ inch away from your new fold line. Make sure the cut is on the open end of the paper and not on the creased side. These will be your glue tabs. To make more pointed V-folds, repeat these steps. If you make a mistake when folding and don't get the point right, that's okay, it's fixable, as I'll show in a little bit. Cut your glue tab, like before, on the open side of your folded piece of paper. I marked my folds so you can see it better. No need to do this on your own piece. Then cut where the fold line meets the crease at an angle. You now have the proper point. When open, you can see you have an arrow shape. This means you are doing it correctly. Go you! Now burnish your glue folds both ways, forward and backward. Check to make sure the pointed V-fold is the right size. If not, cut it down or make a new one so it fits your project. Cut the edges of the glue tabs at an angle. This helps keep them from overlapping and adding bulk to your project. Also, it helps hide the glue tabs when in position. Once again, I'm marking my folds so you can see them better. No need to do this on your piece. When placing your piece in your project, you'll want to make sure you line up the center fold of your pointed V-fold to the gutter of your base, just like in the basic V-fold tutorial. Here is one of the main things to remember. The acuter the angle, the higher the pointed V-fold will be. The reverse is true too. The wider the angle, the flatter the pointed V-fold will be. Here I show you the progression from a wide angle to an acute angle. Notice it goes from flat to high. And once again, when you are ready to glue it in, make sure the center fold of the pointed V-fold and the gutter of your base piece are lined up. To assemble, apply glue to one side of the glue tab. Then after aligning the center crease of the V-fold with the gutter on your base and making sure it's at the right angle, press down. Fold up the piece and apply glue to the remaining glue tab. Then fold the base over and press. For a more detailed explanation on how to do this, see my basic V-fold tutorial. Then, when you open it, the angles on both sides will be the same. Here is the pointed V-fold from different angles. Now for some example pointed V-folds. For it to be a pointed V-fold, the angle between the edge and the center fold needs to be less than 90 degrees. Also, remember, the acuter the angle, the higher it will be, and the wider the angle, the flatter the pointed V-fold will be. This is an example of a wider angled pointed V-fold. This one is 60 degrees from the edge to the center fold. Once again, less than 90 degrees. In this example, you see that the top part can be any shape you want it to be. Here it is cut back a bit instead of being straight across. For this one, we have a fancy cut at the top and no tip. This is to show you that you can have parts missing from the glue tab and fold and it will still work. Just remember to make sure the center fold is lined up with the gutter at the base and that each side is at the same angle. Taking the tip away makes that a little harder, but if you take your time and go slow, you'll get it lined up. Here you can see the difference between the basic V-fold and the pointed V-fold. The basic V-fold has a 90-degree angle between the edge and the center fold. This is why you don't want your pointed V-fold to have a 90-degree angle, because then it turns into a basic V-fold. And for a reminder of how they are different, the basic V-fold stands straight up and the pointed V-fold comes off the base at an angle, all just by changing the angle. How cool is that? Also, a good reminder of the differences is that the pointed V-fold looks like an arrow and the basic V-fold will be a rectangle or a square shape. Don't forget, if you make something using this tutorial, I would love to see it. Alright, have a great day.